One of the concerns that was raised, particularly by the opposition parties, is whether these elections would be free and fair. Well, to give us a sense of what's been happening is somebody who's been observing these elections, and it's Dr. Neo Simutanyi, who's an executive director at the Center for Policy Dialogue and is currently in Munari Secondary School in Zambia. Thank you very much indeed for joining us. Welcome to the program. How have the polls gone today?
Thank you very much, sir. No, the poll has gone on very well. The conduct was peaceful. There have been a few cases of clashes here and there, but they were not very serious. I hear that someone was killed in northwestern province because they suspected to have pre-marked ballot papers. But on the whole, it has been peaceful. Of course, the military presence has been very visible, but they did not intimidate people. I think no one was intimidated. What was impressive was the fact that people turned up very early, as early as... hello?
Yes, carry on.
As early as before, at 2 in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning. So the heavy turnout, in fact, we estimate that the turnout would be over 70%, this for Lusaka. And the heavy turnout is very, very impressive, and it shows that people really were interested in having their vote. Often when there's heavy turnout, normally it also signals some kind of political change. We have seen this in the previous elections. So there are trends. The trend is pointing to the fact that they made a swing in Lusaka and the Copper Belt. And I think if there is a swing in these two provinces, there may be actually a political change. But we'll wait and see. But in terms of the conduct of the poll itself, it was very free. Of course, the run-up to the election, to this particular election, was not free. There was a lot of violence, and most of the political parties, in fact, all political parties were in many ways prevented from campaigning. So it was a bit unfair. The pace was very unfair. It has happened before. Previous elections have been as that. The 2011 election, for example, was very unfair in terms of the way the ruling party, they treated the opposition. But the opposition was still able to win that election. So I think Zambians have been very resolute. They are very, very interested in expressing themselves and ensuring that they choose the leaders of their choice. So we'll see. The counting has just started in many places. Elsewhere, people are still voting up to now. But the heavy turnout signals the fact that there may be something. The mood is really for change. We wait and see how the results come out. But still, early days, I think we should have the first results early in the morning.
Have the opposition parties pointed out any issues today, or so far it looks as if, by and large, things have run okay?
No, things have run okay. I think the opposition party's concern has been the slow processing of voters. I think there have been a lot of voters, and there's a bit of frustration because the electoral officials were a bit slow in processing voters. This is why in some areas people are still voting up to now. But on the whole, for the areas where I observed the whole day today, I think it was peacefully done. There are no cases of any concern apart from the slowness. The areas, the police station where a lot of people came, many people came at the same time, and that was really the observation. But in terms of the conduct, I think it has been very professionally done, and I have not heard of any complaint from any opposition party or any candidate of the conduct of the poll itself by election officials. So I think that has been okay. The only problem is that at some point there was some kind of shutdown of internet. It has been installed now. I think you can now access it. But before that, people are complaining that something happened with the internet, and we don't know why. But for several hours, the internet was not accessible. So I think that was the only concern that many Zambians had. We don't know why that was done, but maybe the authorities can explain that.
Are there enough safeguards, do you believe, to ensure that the people's vote is going to be reflective of their will?
That is very difficult to say. That's very difficult to say because what government has done is to criminalize any release of polling station results. That anyone who releases polling station results will be arrested. The police has issued warnings that anyone who is going to share the polling station results will be arrested. And this has been repeated by the Electoral Commission itself. Now, that itself is illegal and unconstitutional because the law allows the announcement of results on polling stations. So there is no reason why a radio station, a TV station cannot actually compile the results from different polling stations as announced by poll officials and then add them up. There's nothing wrong with that. The official announcement of results will be done by the Electoral Commission, but the federal government is criminalizing the release of polling station results. That itself is very illegal in my view, and of course it goes against the laid down regulations that are in the Electoral Code of Conduct. Because as it is now, at the end of right now I'm witnessing the count. At the end of this count, the officials are going to announce, they are going to pin the results outside the polling station. And those results are public in as far as they've been released. But the government is saying that if I share those results on social media, they'll arrest me. So it's very absurd, you see, that the results which we are witnessing are not supposed to be shared by anybody. If they are shared, the reason is that after this particular process which is taking place now, these ballot boxes will be taken to one central place and again recounted. And that's when now that becomes official. That itself looks to me an unnecessary way of trying to take away the rights of the citizens.
All right.
But that's the only concern that comes back here, yes, I feel, society.
Dr. Simutanyi, thank you very, very much indeed for your time. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, most welcome, Peter. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, that's Executive Director at the Centre for Policy Dialogue, who's one of the election observers, giving the elections the thumbs up by and large. No major incidents, although sadly there is a report of one fatality. But we'll try and get details for you on that one.